When you are just learning about Creative Commons licenses, words such as remixes, collections, and derivatives get mentioned often and can be confusing. To help differentiate between these terms, this video will compare collections of educational materials with remixes of openly licensed works. Let's get started with a collection. A collection is an assembly of separate and independent creative works. In a collection, you can easily distinguish the individual pieces that make up the whole. An example is a book that compiles openly licensed essays from different sources. If you are interested in creating a collection of educational materials, here are some considerations to make. Check the licenses of the works that you would like to put in the collection. Are you working with openly licensed materials? Are all rights reserved, or are they in the public domain? This will help guide you as to how you can use the materials. For each work in your collection, you will need to attribute the original author and include the original licensing information. For any new contributions that you make to the collection, including an introduction, you can choose a new CC license for your collection, if you wish. Your own copyright and CC licensing does not extend to the works within your collection. Here is an example of a collection. I really like golden doodles, so I made a collage of really happy doodles. My own dogs are in the lower left-hand picture, which is why I did not include any attribution since it was original content. I made sure to attribute the original authors and their CC licenses, and you can find the full attributions in the description below. Now let's talk about remixes. Remixes, adaptations, and derivatives all refer to a work that is based on or derived from other works. When you make a remix, you are weaving multiple works together to create something new. As opposed to a collection where you can still recognize the different parts, with a remix, the different pieces weave together so you can't tell where one work begins and another ends. An example is an open textbook chapter that incorporates multiple open texts. Small changes made to a CC licensed work do not count as remixes, including putting the work into a new format or fixing grammatical errors. If you are interested in remixing multiple CC licensed works together, here are some considerations to make. Pay close attention to the CC licenses. If any include a non-derivative license, you cannot share your remix with others. This chart from Creative Commons should help you determine which licenses can be remixed together. The link to this chart is in the description below. You will also need to attribute the original authors and their licenses. You'll also need to consider which license you will use for your remix. You can use this chart from the Creative Commons to determine which licenses can work for your remix. As you can see, if any of the licenses are the share-alike license, you must license it under the same or a compatible license. The link to this chart is also in the description below. Now, if I wanted to remix these images that are in my collection, I could Photoshop the dogs into a picture with me, or maybe them all playing together. If you have any questions about creating collections or remixes of CC licensed works, visit the Creative Commons' website for more information.